Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got 11 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action today, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Hopefully we can get some nice wins today. Starting with the Denver Nuggets versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers opening up as a 3.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 232. Denver coming into this matchup 34-15. The Sixers 31-16. Head-to-head, both teams have won 5 out of the last 10 games. Yeah, it looks like KCP and Jokic are both good to go. Jamal Murray is questionable, so is Michael Porter Jr. Embiid questionable as well. A lot of question marks in this game. Denver coming off a Milwaukee loss. Philly, they're 8-2 in their last 10. Philly's on a 6-game winning streak. They're playing very good right now. Denver, 4-2 in their last 6 against Philly. I mean, they've been very solid here. Philly's on the winning streak. Have 5-0 in January. They've been playing very well so far in the last 5 games. 5-1 covering on a Saturday. There's some random stats that are thrown out there. Man, this one's tough here. I'm going to assume all the stars are going to play. Embiid, I'm assuming Embiid's going to play. Jokic is good to go. I'm assuming Jamal Murray's going to play. If everybody's suited up and everybody's good to go here, I like Denver plus 3.5 on the road. But if Jamal Murray doesn't play and Michael Porter Jr. don't play, be sure to check their injury statuses. It is a 3 p.m. game, so it should be pretty easy to do. But if Denver doesn't have their full supporting cast today, we're going to take the Sixers minus 3.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks. Nets opening up as a 1.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 225. Knicks coming into this matchup 27-23. Brooklyn 29-19. Head-to-head, the Nets are 8-2. Don't see any major injuries for Brooklyn here. Knicks on a little 2-game winning streak. Nets on a 2-game losing streak. The Knicks 0-8 against Brooklyn. 0-5 on the road against Brooklyn. They have not been able to beat the Nets here. And pretty much a pick'em scenario here. We're going to roll with the team that's been the better head-to-head team. And we're going to roll with the Nets at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Bulls versus the Orlando Magic. Bulls opening up as a 2.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 230.5. Bulls coming into this matchup 22-26. The Magic 19-30. Head-to-head, both teams have won 5 out of the last 10 games. Don't see any major injuries here. Bulls on a 2-game losing streak. Magic coming off a Miami loss. The Magic 7-1 covering the spread right now. 4-1 covering at home. Not really sold on the Bulls. I mean, Bulls haven't really been that great. And definitely could see this being a winnable game for the Magic at home. I'm going to roll with Orlando plus 2.5 here. Next matchup, we got the Houston Rockets versus the Detroit Pistons. Pistons opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over-under at 235. Rockets coming into this matchup 11-38. Detroit 13-37. Head-to-head, Detroit is 6-4. No Kevin Porter Jr. or Jalen Green for Houston. So those are some big injuries there. Houston 1-9 in their last 10. Detroit coming off a nice Brooklyn win here. But yeah, without Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr., don't really trust the Rockets anyways. But without them, don't really trust them. So we're going to roll with the Pistons minus 4 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Atlanta Hawks. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 233. Clippers coming into this matchup 27-24. The Hawks 25-24. Head-to-head, both teams have won 5 out of their last 10 games. Don't see any major injuries here. Clippers on a 4-game winning streak. Hawks coming off an OKC win. Yeah, as long as Paul George and Kawhi are playing here, because they're on a 4-game winning streak, playing well. In a pick'em scenario, I like the Clippers, and I think I'm going to roll with LA on the road. Next matchup, we got the Phoenix Suns versus the San Antonio Spurs. Suns opening up as a 5.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 232. Suns coming into this matchup 25-25. The Spurs 14 and 35 head-to-head. Phoenix is 8-2. Phoenix coming off a Dallas loss. Spurs 1-9 in their last 10. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Phoenix is 6-0 against the Spurs on the road. 7-0 against the Spurs. So they've been very dominant against the Spurs here. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with Phoenix minus 5.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Sacramento Kings versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kings opening up as a 2-point road favorite with the over-under at 238. Kings coming into this matchup 27-20. Minnesota 26-25. Head-to-head, Minnesota is 6-4. I don't see any major injuries in this game at all. Sacramento coming off a Toronto loss. Minnesota 4-1 in their last 5, coming off a nice Memphis win. Minnesota 5-1 covering the spread right now. 8-1 at home. 6-1 at home against Sacramento. Minnesota been playing, pretty well. Very good at home. And I think it's definitely a winnable game for the Minnesota at home, being underdogs. I'm going to roll with the Timberwolves +2 at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Wizards versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over-under at 230. Wizards coming into this matchup 22-26. The Pelicans 26-23. Head-to-head, both teams have won 5 out of the last 10 games. Don't see any major injuries here. Wizards on a little 4-game winning streak. Pelicans, they're on a 6-game losing streak right now. Been a tough stretch for the Pelicans here. Wizards kind of playing, all right. 4-1 covering in their last 5. 6-2 covering on the road here. Definitely a winnable game for the Wizards on the road, getting plus money. The Pelicans team that's been struggling right now on a bad streak. I'm going to roll with the Wizards +4 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Boston Celtics. Celtics opening up as an 8-point home favorite with the over-under at 236. Lakers coming into this matchup 23-26. The Celtics 35-15. Head-to-head, both teams have won 5 out of the last 10 games. LeBron is questionable. Be sure to check his status. The Lakers coming off a Spurs win. Boston on a little 3-game losing streak here. But the Lakers 6-1 covering against Boston. 1-4 covering on the road against Boston here. Boston 7-1 at home. Getting a nice spot against this Lakers team on a 3-game losing streak. And coming into this healthy. I think it's a spot for the Celtics to get back on track. And I'm going to roll with Boston -8 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Dallas Mavericks versus the Utah Jazz. Jazz opening up as a 7-point home favorite with the over-under at 224. Dallas coming into this matchup 26-24. The Jazz 25-26. Head-to-head, Dallas is 7-3. No Luka today, so that's why they're big underdogs. Mavs coming off a nice Phoenix win. Utah coming off a tough Portland loss. The Mavs are 5-1 covering against Utah, 5-1 in their last 6 against Utah, 5-0 covering against Utah on the road. I mean, they've been very good against the Jazz here. Without no Luka, without Luka, they're really gonna. This one's tough here because we saw what the Mavs did last game when Luka got hurt in the very beginning. Mavs, did when he took over. The Mavs played very well, and I really think they can do the same here. And getting +7, I think they can cover. I think they can get it done without Luka, and which means more people are going to have to take over. And I think this is a slept-on line here. Mavs +7 is solid. I don't hate the Jazz to win at home. They probably should beat the Mavs, but +7, I think Mavs are a sneaky underdog today. People are overlooking them because Luka's out, which people are going to be hammering the Jazz, thinking it's an automatic win. Just watch out. Mavs +7, I think it's a solid play. They can keep it close. Give me Dallas +7 here. In the last matchup, we got the Toronto Raptors versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Blazers opening up as a 4.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 232.5. The Raptors coming into this matchup 22-28. The Blazers 23-25. Head-to-head, Portland is 6-4. Toronto coming off a Golden State loss. Portland on a 2-game winning streak here. Portland 14-5 at home against Toronto, where they've been very good head to head here. Toronto just 1-5 against Portland, where they have struggled here. And Blazers are the team I'm not in love with as a favorite. I just don't trust them, and I'm gonna take Toronto +4.5 on the road here. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.